Let's see, it's creating a live right now. Okay. I think we're live, y'all. What's going on, everybody? It's Dustin with Black and Gold Pressure Washing again. I'm gonna give it a minute to let some people file in here. But today I'm gonna just be editing one of my YouTube videos. We have a bunch of raw footage that we've been falling behind on, and I don't have a video coming out this week. So I figure I can make a video for y'all, show you kind of how I do it. Most of my videos are pretty uncut, so it'll be pretty straightforward. I usually just trim up the videos and get them uploaded. Y'all seem to like the full process videos that I do, but I am interested if y'all want to go ahead and drop in the comments what other pressure washing content you guys would be interested in seeing besides just the full process videos. I've started trying to dabble in some ASMR, like no talking, quick cut videos, and then also some YouTube shorts and stuff. But I want to get better at being well-rounded with my content. That's why I'm trying to start going live more, and that's also why I'm trying to just branch out when it comes to content creation. Most of my stuff, like I said, has been just full process, and I'm trying to get a little bit better at it. So without further ado, we're about to dive right in. I'm going to double check that the live is live over on the PC next to me, on Lauren's PC. And then I want to get the chat pulled up and stuff like that. And then we can hop right into this video editing process. So I also want to show you guys, I made this little overlay. If I pop out like this, my little cam down here on the bottom right, that's something new that I've been messing with today that I made. So just trying to be more branded with everything. But give me 1 second. I'm just checking that the live is live and that everything is working. Heck yeah, let me pull up the chat on a screen over here so that I'm able to see what y'all are saying. Give me 1 second to figure out how to do that. How do I pull up my chat from my live? Okay, I see my live right here. Let me see if I can mute this real quick. Okay. See if I can get it as a pop out. There we go. Okay. What's going on, Cody? What's going on, Carlos? I see y'all in here. See what y'all are saying. Get it down to right about here. That looks about good. I'm just trying to get my chat pulled up on screen. I'll pull it over here so y'all can see it, but I just have it up on this other monitor. Dude, my pressure washer turned off while I was in the middle of a job today. Didn't start back up. I don't know what that could be. Yeah, maybe some sort of like gas issue. I haven't really had an issue like that. One time I put too much oil in my pressure washer and I was having trouble starting it. I had to drain all the oil and then reload it in. But you would see like a bluish black smoke, I think, if that was happening. I'm not too sure what that could be. What size pressure washer do you have? And is it like hooked up to a battery at all? Let's see. Carlos says, sick, anything helps. I'm a young entrepreneur with pressure washing, but any tips? Look for, hey Carlos, maybe you could look for a surface cleaner that a 2.3 gallon a minute machine could power. Otherwise you'll just have to use the wand. When it comes to, I'm gonna drag this chat over here real quick just so we can all see something. What is up? What's going on, man? You're one of my OGs, bro. Big Danish. Yeah, let's look for Carlos. I'll pull up right here. We'll hang out real quick. Let's see if we can pull up a surface cleaner that is powered by a 2.5 gallon a minute machine. I was showing the chat the other day what I started with, which was a 2.5 gallon a minute machine. This surface cleaner right here, I think is like 10 inches or 15 inches. I don't know if in the description, maybe it'll tell you, the minimum flow needed. But, oh yeah, here you go. Look at this. 2.3 gallons and up. for this surface cleaner, and you're looking at $64. So like less than one job, and you could have a surface cleaner that would definitely be quicker than just using a wand or something like that. Which I used this surface cleaner back when I first started, and you can just clip it into the thing like this, like she has it. It's kind of hard to see, but that'd be a good option, brother. BE makes a 14-inch one. That's actually decent. Yeah, I was gonna say anything probably smaller than like 15 inches, you probably could get away with a 2.5 gallon minute machine. And honestly, any surface cleaner, even if you could get like an 8-inch, I think I've seen them. You would be able to be cleaning faster than with like tips or anything, or a wand. I'm going to show y'all. I might pivot what this video ends up being about, but I'm going to show y'all how I use Chat GPT to answer some of those questions. Let's see if we can troubleshoot your pressure washer real quick. Okay, let's see what chat says. So you got your Generac, it won't shut off, or won't turn back on after it shut off. So check the fuel level. If it's low, top it off. That's obvious. Maybe the gas could have been stale. That's also another thing that it's saying. Let's see what else it said. It could be ensure that the fuel valve is on the on position. I'm not sure where that would be on your pressure washer, but you could check that as well. Let's see, remove the spark plug and inspect it for dirt, cracks, or wear. Let's see, what else? Ensure that the spark plug wire is firmly attached. Oil level. It says some generators. It's not a generator, is it? Generac, I guess, is a brand of generator. But I guess it could have a low oil shutoff feature. So make sure that the oil is in there. And then a clogged fuel line, dirty carburetor. You said it doesn't have a battery, right? No battery. I don't know. Troubleshoot some of these things though, man. If it has a fuse as well. Sometimes I've had a fuse blow in one of my pumps and I had to change out the fuse. So that might be an option too. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Carlos, I feel you when you're young. That's what I would almost just like sell it as like, hey man, like I am just now starting out and like I'm trying to build a business from the ground up. Like give them your like background story, you know, and offer to do it for like super cheap. Don't come in at a rate that's like, you know, too high. Come up with like a reasonable rate that's like, look, I'm just starting out. I'm trying to help you out and I need you to help me out. So I could cut you a deal. I was telling people last week, even like for $50 on like a Google review or just the before and after photos would be really beneficial. Let's see. What are we looking at now? Could possibly be an issue with the spark plug since I've never replaced it. Yeah, I'm not too sure. It says you can clean it or replace it, it looks like. I've never had to do that before, but that seems like it could be an issue. If you had a surface cleaner, what else could you pressure wash? With the surface cleaner, you're mostly just doing, yeah, like flat work. You wouldn't be able to do like gutters or windows or anything, but you would be able to do concrete surfaces, sidewalks, anything like that, storm drains, curbs. The surface cleaner is mostly for ground work. All right. I'm going to keep that chat pulled up and I'll keep trying to talk to y'all, but I'm going to try and hop back on the main topic that I was going to do. I was going to talk surface cleaners today. I might end up doing that first. I'm looking into buying a new surface cleaner, to be honest. But I'll talk shop with y'all and I'll try and get these videos edited. I was going to kind of show you guys my editing process. There's not much to it. but I wanted to, I need a video to come out on Sunday and I haven't uploaded one. And these long videos, these long form videos, they can take a minute to get going. To upload, really. That's what takes forever. Uploading on YouTube. Let's see. But yeah, Carlos, I would just start out with just doing driveways, man. That's the easiest thing. That's what I started out on, and it's super straightforward. And even if you just have a wand and no surface cleaner, you can get a lot done. So I'm telling you, if you get a pump up sprayer and some bleach from like the pool supply store out of a 2.5 gallon a minute or 2.5 gallon jug, you pour that in the pump up sprayer and hit the driveway after you've finished surface cleaning it, and it'll look really good. Okay, so let me find my videos. Heck yeah, brother. Yeah, I'm hoping that y'all find some value in these videos, and hopefully I'll gain some value as well. A lot of this is new to me. My business isn't crazy far along. I've just been doing it a while. It's been a really slow growth with my business, and I'm kind of trying to hit it a lot harder now. And I'm trying to kind of be transparent with everybody so that anybody that was in my position or is in my position, we can kind of bounce ideas and stuff off of each other. So I'm hoping that it'll be beneficial for everybody involved. Like you said, even if there's no agenda, like just going live and chatting about everybody's journey and process, I think helps all of us get through. And I start to see ideas and stuff that I didn't even think about that are nice. Nice to know about, at least. Let me know if my audio quality and everything sounds pretty good too. I was trying to mess with the stream earlier today, and I was trying to dial in the audio and trying to dial in the visual for like the scene changes and stuff. So like I can pop this and make like a bigger scene, and then I can go back to like the desktop tab and stuff with where we're editing. I'm trying to look for these videos that or this raw material that I'm going to drag and drop over here. Okay. These, I'll drag it so you can see it, but these are all videos that I need to edit. I'm not going to do all of them tonight. I'm just going to do one tonight to get it out. But basically, I have a bunch of material that needs to be edited. Let's see. I think I'll do this one. Okay. Okay, so I drag and drop the clips. Now I need to look at them and make sure. Okay, I want to turn this volume down for y'all too, because it will get loud in here. These pressure washing videos are not quiet at all. Usually the first thing I do is go in and turn the volume down. Okay. Okay, so we have the volume down now. To record the videos, I actually have the camera on me right here. Here, I'll make the screen bigger so y'all can see. I need to get this out of my way too. Okay. I used a DJI Action 4 camera. So this is a basically like a GoPro equivalent. It's got a screen on the front, which is nice, and then a screen on the back. Here, I'll turn it on for you so you can see. But yeah, there's like a little screen on the front that shows you like what you're looking at, and you can control a few things through there. And then on the back, there's a screen as well. And then it tells you like how much storage or how much recording time you have left. And then you can switch between like 4K and all those different settings. It's in a case right now. That's why it's kind of big and bulky, but it's actually a pretty small camera. I'll use this, and then it comes with like these little batteries right here. where you can one battery's in the camera, but you can swap out the batteries. These are two, they're low though. But usually they'll be red, yellow, or green based on their charging. And these, as you can tell, are red because I've used them. But yeah, I have a SD card in here that's like 500 gigabytes. And that's able to record, actually I think it's 250 gigabytes. But it's able to record like a job or two, roughly. About 2 jobs is how much one of these SD cards can hold. So usually I'll do a job or two, and then I'll come home and upload the footage. But it all goes on this like tiny little SD card right here. I don't know if you can see it, but basically it just pops into the camera like that. And then same with the battery, it just slides in like this. It slides in real nice. And then this camera is also waterproof, up to a certain distance underwater. So that's nice. And then I wear like a neck mount. So the neck mount will like, the camera is like right here. I've thought about a helmet mount. I haven't done that yet, but I'd be willing to try it to see if the perspective is a little different. The thing is, I'm spraying water all the time, so splash and overspray is getting on the camera. It's much easier to wipe when it's down here, just even with my shirt, to wipe the lens and keep it clean. Whereas when it's above my head, I'll just have to be more aware and think about wiping it more. But yeah, basically I'll take this footage that I get on this camera, I'll create a file on the PC, I'll drag and drop the file. I'll show you like this, and I'll basically just create a new file. And I'll say like raw videos, and then I would just like to edit. Basically, I would create a file like this, and then I would drag and drop the raw footage from the SD card. I have an SD card reader right here. But basically, I put the SD card in this, plug this into the PC, then I'm able to drag and drop the videos and get the footage off the cameras. They go into the raw edit files, and then I individually separate them job by job. And then I'll drag and drop whatever job over to the camera over here, or to the DaVinci, this editing software. And I'll organize it and edit it and crop it and mess with the sound and all those things. And then I make a thumbnail. Ghost asked, did I start out pressure washing with a trailer or like a truck? When I first started out, I had I think I got a video, or let me look. I'll show you how I started out. I didn't even start out with a truck or a trailer, brother. I started like this, pulling that out of a car, man. I had this little like 2.5 gallon a minute machine, and then I would take the top of it off and I'd put it in the trunk of my car. And then I upgraded to an Explorer, and I'd put it in the back of the Explorer. And then I ended up like building this trailer. I went and bought the trailer, and then I slowly bought everything to piece it together, and then I built the trailer. And that was like back in 2021, something like that. But I don't know if y'all can see that. Did I have it? Oh, I didn't even have it pulled up. Come on, man. Hold on, let me show y'all again. But I started like this with the TL. And I would just pull it out of the back of the car. And then I had it like that, and I'd take the frame apart so that it would fit in the car. And then I had it in the Explorer. And once I upgraded to the Explorer, I was able to start pulling a trailer. So I bought a trailer, and then I built the pressure washing setup. And then here we are today. Well, like basically. But yeah, you just got to start somewhere, man. That's why I was telling that Carlos kid, like, you just got to start, brother. You'll do it. Figure it out. I wasn't even sure my pressure washer would fit in the back of the TL. That's what I was most worried about, to be honest, when I first started. I was like, how am I even going to get the pressure washer to the job? Yeah, I see that you said you thought your pressure washer might have overheated. You were pressure washing in the rain. I don't know if that makes a difference. I don't know, man. I've never really dealt with overheating issue when it comes to the pressure washer. That was one of the things that chat said it could be, though. When we were looking at it, I closed out of it, but it did say it could be an overheating thing. What do I think about a small trailer 4x6 to start with? I think whatever you can make work. Think about like your buffer tank and how big you want that, and like what size pressure washer and stuff like that. That way you can make sure it'll fit. But I think you should base your trailer around whatever size pressure washer and buffer tank you plan on starting with. If you don't really plan on having that big of a buffer tank or that strong of a pressure washer, I think a 4x6 would be fine. Doom, doom, doom. I don't know why these videos came through like this. The time code is wrong. Let me see if this is better. Okay. I think this is right. Sorry if this is loud. I'm trying to like figure out. I don't think y'all hear it that loud, to be honest. See, I don't think these are coming through. Yeah, no. I like them to come through the way they were uploaded. That way everything timeline wise is in order. So that when I go to edit it's easier. I think this is the correct order. Let's see, and then I surface clean. Sorry if this is loud. I can really just turn the volume all the way down for now. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you saying that. How do I like the BE surface cleaner IDK if I should buy it? I hear mixed reviews. It depends on your budget, man. I didn't really have a problem with it. The only thing I'll say that everybody was saying, I will say that the Whisper Wash is better. I'll say that the BE Whirl Away works fine though. If you're just starting out and you're worried about what to which one to go with, depends on your budget. I think that if you have the money, just go ahead and skip the BE surface cleaner and go for the Whisper Wash. But if you're trying to only spend like $400 instead of $800, go ahead and get the BE surface cleaner. There's not an issue with it. The only thing I'll say is they say the internals, if they go bad in it, the like cartridge and everything, it's not replaceable like a Whisper Wash is. So with the Whisper Wash, you'd be able to replace the bar, the tips, the internal like cartridge that has like the bearings that spin and all that. All those parts and pieces are replaceable. So I think that if you're able to go ahead and replace that, it's a little bit better of an investment because you're not having to just kind of junk the surface cleaner if it goes bad. But my BE Whirl Away, I still have and it still works. So there's nothing wrong with it, but I'll say the Whisper Wash does spin smoother. Like the I feel like it rotates a lot smoother. Just depends. You want to spend 400, you want to spend 800 because they basically do the same thing and you'll work about the same speed. One is built to be replaced. The other is built to throw away, I believe. There might be now like parts and pieces you can buy for the Whirl Away. I'm not sure, but when I bought it like 4 or 5 years ago, you just had to kind of replace it once it was done, or junk it when it was done. Okay. I'm trying to like, what I usually do with these videos is find where I turn the engine on at. And then I'll crop the sound from where the engine turns on to, hold on, I gotta put my headset on so I can do this. What's my favorite way to reach clients? Thank you for the wisdom. I mostly do commercial work now. A lot of my work recently has come just from referrals, but I'm in anything and everything really. My favorite way is emailing. I'm not gonna lie, but I mostly do like commercial clients. So property management companies, stuff like that. But all this stuff works. Yard signs work, flyers work, running ads works. Has anyone seen success from door to door? I've done flyers once. I passed out like 100 flyers and got a couple jobs. But like it works. It just like I mean, it's probably like 1 in every 100, you know. So if you're willing to do 100 doors, I also just put the flyer on the door. I didn't knock. So I think that if you're knocking and talking, you might have a better result than just leaving a flyer. But it will work. I think like my first set of flyers I handed out, I made like $500 or something like that. I want to get back into door to doors and all that stuff. I'm not going to lie. I went the commercial route with my business and now I'm kind of like, I'm not backtracking, but I'm like trying to go back to the original way that I was doing business to just gain some more residential clients now. I don't have too many residential clients, unfortunately. I went a different route with my business when I was starting out a couple years ago. And now I'm like kind of set with how that business or how that side of the business operates. But there's just so much untapped potential when it comes to like running Google ads and flyers and yard signs and stuff that I haven't been hitting home and I haven't been advertising that I need to. So I'm hoping that the going live and making these videos will help me like be better motivated for that stuff as well. I kind of been coasting the past couple years just with how the business has been running. And then I have a couple of YouTube channels. So I haven't been as dedicated to the business as I should be. At what point did I get licensed and insured? I got licensed and insured right after around my first year in business. So my first year, I was kind of just doing like friends and family and yard signs and flyers and stuff. And then I decided I wanted to try and get into the commercial route. And that's when I kind of decided to go ahead and get licensed and insured. That way I could set myself apart. And a lot of the commercial clients require like general liability insurance. Appreciate everybody popping in and popping by. I was going to edit these videos, but I've gotten to just talk and trying to see if I can edit these videos. I don't know if that's coming in for y'all or not. I don't want to drown y'all with this audio because it is kind of loud. How do I truly advertise? I honestly don't do any advertising, unfortunately. I need to do more advertising. I do a lot of like cold emails, really. But like I said, my business isn't ran like normal, I guess you would say. Like I didn't go the normal route. So I'm not like I'd love to like explore advertising more is kind of what I'm getting at. I want to try and run Google ads. I'm probably going to go live and try and make some Google ads sometime and just like drop $500 on them or something and see what happens. And then same with like utilizing my website and Google reviews and Facebook and Instagram posts and flyers and yard signs. Like I want to hit a lot of that more often. My girl's about to quit her job and come work for the company or a couple of our companies. So I'm going to have her doing a lot more of the marketing stuff and we're going to just see what happens. I'm probably going to invest in getting her a camera too, so she can document like what she's doing with the business and kind of just add a different perspective. And she wants to try the marketing side of everything. So I'm going to see what she can do with the marketing. How many jobs make you satisfied for you to go home? Minimum number of jobs per day, or do you not? Yeah, I don't really get it just depends how strapped you are for cash, Mr. Awesome. I'm not I don't really worry about how many jobs I'm doing in a day. I don't have enough work coming in currently to like fill a full schedule. I do try and like keep a couple days free throughout the week. So like if my girl's off on Tuesday or she's off on Friday, I'll try and stack my jobs on not Tuesday or Friday. That way, when I'm trying to hang out with her, I don't have to worry about jobs. But I try and stack like two to three jobs max in a day is usually what I do. You can fit three comfortably, I would say, depending on how far they are apart from each other. But any more than three, depending on what you're doing, is kind of pushing it, in my opinion. Depends when you start as well. Like I usually don't even start work until like 9 or 10 in the morning. But yeah, I try and do about 2 jobs a day if I can. Yeah, same. I kind of just get called. You don't want to become where you have a, yeah. I'm kind of the same way where I don't want too much overhead because I don't want to have to worry about like, someone else's livelihood, to be honest. Even my girl quitting her job to come work is like, got me nervous because I've been able to like live below my means and not really worry about my expenses that much. And like the trailer's paid off and the car's paid off. So I don't have as many overhead expenses, but I can get where like, I can see where you don't want to get too big to where you have a ton of staff. That's the same reason why I didn't want to run too many like online ads. I was worried that I've talked to a few people that drop like $5,000 to $10,000 a month on ads, which like they get their return on investment, they're making 50, 60K a month, but like, I don't want to drop 10K on advertising. You know what I'm saying? Like it is nice to have that much business coming in and like you would have to hire out and get employees and you're growing your business. But like, I love this sweet spot where it's like just more than a side hustle, but not too much to be like a full-fledged like operation that I'm worried about. Like if I wanted to take a vacation, can I take a vacation, or if I don't want to work this week, do I have to work this week? Yeah, I feel you on that one, brother. Comparing yourself. Yeah, there's a couple guys that I've seen that are doing like insane numbers or like they're 18 years old and have $1 million business already. And like comparison is the thief of joy, like all you can do is worry about your circumstances, where you came from and what you got to work with and go from there and don't stress yourself too hard about like where someone else is at or how long it took them to get there. A lot of the times some people get lucky, some people hit it hard, some people grow really fast, some people stay stagnant, like just don't even compare yourself. Compare yourself to yourself and where you were that time last year. If you feel that you're like better off like now than you were last year, that's all you really need to worry about. If you've got a couple more clients, you made a couple more thousand, or you got a couple more jobs, or you have new equipment, like that's all you're really working towards, man. If you're able to pay the bills and you're comfortable and you're not overworking yourself and you're not stressed or drained, then I would say that's a sweet spot of being self-employed, You're self-employed and you're not having to worry about employing. Hey, I appreciate you saying that, brother. How do I say your name? B Adesano? Um you're enjoying the live streams? Yeah, the live streams are new for me. I was trying live streaming with like my gaming content and stuff, but I don't really have much success with that. Like gaming content's pretty saturated. But I figured I could start going live talking about pressure washing stuff or just talking about the business as a whole and the YouTube and stuff like that. And I'm kind of just trying to build a little community here where everybody's gaining something from it, and just so we can all chill out and chit chat, man. I do a lot of stuff by myself, like working for myself and editing videos by myself and being like I'm at home a lot editing and not chit chatting with people as much as I would like to, So hopefully I can build a community and talk to y'all, you know what I'm saying? Nice. Bobby. So the B is for Bobby. Yeah, Big Danish in the chat. He's one of my original subscribers. I wonder if I can like, how can I gift you something? I could pin you, I think. I could pin your message. But yeah, I appreciate Big Danish. He's been here from almost the get-go. And I mean, like, I started probably in July, I started like being more consistent uploading videos and stuff like that. And now here we are in April. So I've been trying to be really consistent with one video a week minimum. And then if I'm putting out shorts or I'm going live or something like that, the lives are rather new, but everything else is I've tried to be pretty consistent with. Appreciate y'all stopping by in the chat and everything, man. It's it helps me when it comes to knowing like what to talk about and the questions that you guys have. I've started creating like a Google Doc over here where I'm just like copying the questions, and then if I end up not knowing what video content to make or what to go live about, some of y'all's questions have been documented, so I'll be able to go live about those individual topics as well. I don't know if I'll end up editing this video or if I'll just end up chit-chatting with y'all. I'm having trouble hearing the audio, and I don't want to blast y'all with the surface cleaner audio. I forgot that the surface cleaner video is like this audio is just so loud. I'm not understanding why I can't hear it in my headset either. I think it might be because I turned this way down. Yeah, it is. Okay. I can still hear it, but... Everybody, black and gold pressure washing. We're about to clean this driveway right over here. It's kind of hard to see where I'm at. He's leaf blowing the driveway. I was just talking with the client and getting started. Got the water connected. Got the surface cleaner all out and everything. So I'm going to strap y'all in and we're going to get going here. We have a little oil. Yeah, I think I was already talking to this client before I started filming. Usually I start the camera in the car and then I get out, but... It's little. That little spot we're going to try and treat. See what I didn't on this one. I think I went and talked to him first. And the water's already connected and everything. We'll go from there, hopefully. But basically, I look for where I turn on the pressure washer. Treating these oil stains. Photos. Here. Okay. I usually like to turn down the audio from where the surface cleaner turns on at, or where the pressure washer turns on, because that's where it gets freaking loud. Okay, from like right here. And then I'll have it turned down all the way until we turn it off. Look at the behind the scenes how I do these. There's not much to them, to be honest, because you guys enjoy the full process, like videos. Oh, I don't even have it. Dang, man, that's what I got to get better at. I don't have my DaVinci pulled up, or my OBS over here, so I can't see sometimes what screen I'm showing y'all. Now I can see it, but I wasn't showing y'all what the heck I was doing. But yeah, basically I'll upload the videos, get the files organized by timeline so that it's like the clips are from beginning to end of the process. That way they're in order. Then I'll trim the front end of it from where I start. Black and gold pressure washing. Everybody does them with black and gold pressure washing. Which this one's already pretty good. And then I'll make a cut where I go to turn the engine on. That way I can turn that audio down, because otherwise it's like peaking heavily. You can see the audio waves right down here. How they're spiking above like everything. Like if you look at where my mouse is over here, like it ends up in the red, which is like a no-no when it comes to audio. And if you look at some of my original videos, they're loud. And I just kind of expected y'all to turn down the volume, but now that I'm a little bit more comfortable with video editing, I can do y'all the favor and turn it down for you. Okay. And then like right here. So then I'll take the audio from where that red line is to the cut that we made over here. And I'll bump that volume down. Usually I bump it down by like 14. And as you can see, it made the audio wave like way more reduced, or whatever you want to call that. The reduction. Okay. So that should be way better. Yeah. So now see, like even with the volume all the way up, this is as loud as it'll be for y'all. Which is really nice. It's a lot easier to work with too. So then I'll edit the front one, and I usually make it like a minus 7.75. And then let's do the same with these. 7.75. And then the next step is looking for where the battery, all these little like lines right here are where the video has clipped. Inserted a new one. So as long as it's not where I'm changing the batteries, it'll flow seamlessly. But like right here where I'm switching the battery, I like turned the camera off and turned it back on. So I usually try and delete that portion of the video. And I try and like match it up with like, okay, I'm faced this direction towards the surface cleaner. And then when am I also faced that way? Let's see if I can get better. Hold on, I'm confused. Yeah. So let's see what this looks like. No, I need to cut the beginning now. I'll cut it right here. Okay. So now it flows from here, and then it jumps over to here. And then usually I'll put like an audio transition crossfade so that it blends the audio better. There we go. Let's see. I honestly could probably... I could probably clip it here and it might be better. Let's see. Let me try that again. I wasn't watching. Oh, my camera popped off. Okay, hopefully y'all can see me though. I'm actually gonna push this one more time. Okay, so let's see how that flowed. See, the only thing is I'm bending down to get the gun when right here I'm holding the gun, you know, so that doesn't really make sense. See if I turn the other way at all. Ah! I drug it too far. Okay, so I think I liked it how we had it better. So we're walking with the gun, and then it just cuts to the surface cleaner, and then I turn around. Let's see if I turn again. And I grab the gun. Yeah. Just trying to get rid of where I changed the battery at, which isn't that big of a deal, y'all. I'm sure y'all don't mind. But I've tried to get a little bit better at clipping some of the dead space. How long is this video? It's 1 hour and 50 minutes. Sheesh. See, I don't need all this, though. But I'm about to go let the client know that we finished up and go collect the check, and we are all packed up and ready to go. As you can see, everything came out good. And I'll put this camera over here, and then I'm gonna go tell them that we are done. So give me one second. I think this is where I collect the check. I didn't... Yeah. We are done. We are all packed up and ready to go. As you can see, everything came out good. And I'll put this camera over here. But I'm about to go let the client know that we finished, that we are packed up and ready to go. As you can see, everything came out good. Boom. Okay, so we don't need this. See if I signed out at all. Don't need that. So now it's 1:37. Appreciate y'all just chilling and watching. Nothing too crazy about this, but I don't know what I said here. All right, everybody, just finished up. Let me put this. Let me do this like this real quick. This is behind the scene footage y'all are getting. Counting my money. Sheesh. That was nice. I think he paid me $250 for that driveway. Just finished up. This is really nice. Talked to the client, walked around his property one last time. He wanted a quote on the roof and his pool deck, so we went ahead and did that. And okay, I think I'll add that little bit at the end. Let the client know that we finished up and go collect the check, and we are all packed up and ready to go. Appreciate y'all watching my videos, though. Good. All right, everybody, just finished up. Just talked to the client, walked around his property one last time. He wanted a quote on the roof and his pool deck, so we went ahead and did that. And then we just got paid. He gave us an extra $50, so can't complain there. So about $250 for however long this video took. So, are y'all able to hear the audio in this video that I'm editing? What you thought about this video, what you thought I could have done better, and what you liked about the process, or what you like about pressure washing content in general. And catch me on the next job, everybody. So peace. That's my go-to. Peace. Nice. Let's see if I can cut this. And know that we finished up and go collect the check, and we are all packed up and ready to go. As you can see, everything came out good. All right, everybody, just finished up. Okay. So we're good with that now. It's 1:36, or it's 1:36. What am I missing? Check out the beginning. Everybody, Dustin with Black and Gold Pressure Washing. We're about to clean this driveway right over here. It's kind of hard to see where I'm at, but I was just talking with the client and getting started. Got the water connected, got the surface cleaner all out and everything. So I'm gonna strap y'all in and we're gonna get going here. We have a little oil stain that we're gonna try and treat over here that I'm gonna show you about. Everybody, Dustin with Black and Gold Pressure Washing. We're about to clean this driveway right over here. It's kind of hard to see where I'm at, but I was just talking with the client and getting started. Got the water connected, got the surface cleaner all out and everything. So I'm gonna strap y'all in and we're gonna get going here. Y'all can't tell, but this, we have a little oil stain driveway I did across the street is how I got this client right here. It's little. That little spot we're gonna try and treat, see what we can do. And then we'll go from there. Hopefully it should I think at least pretty much a little bit. I like the start of that. Sometimes I'll try and like do a teaser. I'll say the one thing that I do need to work on my videos that I could use y'all's recommendation on is trying to figure out a way to like hook y'all sooner in the video. My biggest problem with my YouTube analytics right now is that like people will click on my video, but like 30 to 50% of people fall off within the first like 30 seconds, which I think is like common on YouTube. But I've heard if you can like make a really good hook, you'd be able to retain the audience a lot better. So I need to get better at like making a hook. It's a little low. Okay. Yeah, I have my actual PC audio low too. I might raise that a little bit. But yeah, these I didn't want to glare on y'all. That should be better. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out the hook thing and figuring out how to make a better hook and stuff like that. Because like the full process start to finish is good and all, but a lot of people that click on it lose interest right away unless they're like one of y'all that are actually interested, you know what I'm saying? Which is fine, but I'd like to build a bigger audience. And a lot of that comes with retention time on YouTube. So the better I'm able to hook y'all and get y'all to stay, the better YouTube likes the video. I think that's everything. Let's see. Good. Post treat. Water the grass. Clean up. Okay. I think that's everything. I've also thought about cutting out like the I haven't made a video like this, but like cutting out the packing up and the like startup, like the setting up, like almost just like a quick intro and then jump straight into like the surface cleaning. But I don't know. I feel like some of you guys enjoy the full process because you are learning something from it, maybe. Or I think a lot of the guys that I've seen pressure washing wise, they just do like quick highlights of their jobs, and you don't get to see the real world where you packed up your surface cleaner 3 times before the job was actually over, and then you had to unpack it like I do. I'll keep that type of stuff in the video, and I think a lot of people just cut it out, which if I cut it out, the video would be much shorter and probably better received, but the long videos I enjoy them, man. They're low edit and beneficial. They're beneficial for me watching back too. Like, it's like watching film tape, like if you were an athlete, you know? Like you see what you could have done better, what you did worse, what was, you know what I'm saying? So I think there's benefit in all of it. That's why I'm trying to be more well-rounded with my content. Not just pigeonhole myself into like full process on the job long forms. Like I'd love to go live more and just chat it up, or even game, or like talk about YouTube in general or business in general, or just chit chat. Like I like doing this stuff too, man. And I'd enjoy I want to try and put together some more ASMR like jump cut videos where everything is like quick, fast paced, like no talking, strictly ASMR. So let's see. How should I handle this? I have my girl's PC over here so I can see the stream pulled up on hers and make sure everything is still active and stuff. Let's see what I'm trying to do here. I think we're pretty much good with this though. Start is good. The end is good. The only thing I could think is like showing the actual interaction. Let's see how it starts one more time. Kind of say like. See if I can trim that up just a hair bit more. That way it starts with. Yeah, cut it too much. Sometimes you can use audio waves to like edit. Decima black and gold pressure washing. Decima black and gold pressure washing. We're about to clean this driveway right over here. It's kind of hard to see where I'm at, but I was just talking with the client and getting started. Got the water connected, got the surface cleaner all out and everything. So I'm gonna strap y'all in and we're gonna get going here. We have a little oil stain that we're gonna try and treat over here that I'm gonna show you about. All right. It's little. That little spot we're gonna try and treat. He was leap blowing the driveway for me before I even started, which is nice. Nice of him. We'll go from there. Hopefully it should okay. I'm pretty good with that. It is a little boring at the beginning. Black and gold pressure washing. I need to get better at like right over here. It's kind of hard to on today's job we're gonna be doing this blah, 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 and jump right into it, you know. But as y'all can tell, I'm a little more laid back and monotone. So it's hard for me to kind of put on when it comes to the whole editing, especially like the Mr. Beast style. Like I'm not clickbaity like that, really. I struggle with that. Something I need to work on. Let's see. We're about to clean this driveway right over here. It's kind of hard to see where I'm at, but I just okay. So I think we're good with that. What I'm going to show you now is how I make a thumbnail for it. So we're going to look for a big poppy moment, or where I'm like pointing to the driveway after it's clean. That's usually what I've been doing. Just like, yeah, like this. See, and then I can full screen it, find where I look the best or most dramatic. Yeah, I wish my wish my finger was up right here. Hey. Hey there. You want to be on camera? Roscoe just joined me. He's right over here. But basically, I'll find a frame within the video that I'm like satisfied with. I think that was a good one. And then I'll print screen. I'll grab the screen like this. Okay. And then I'll pull it up over here for y'all. But basically, I'll go to Canva. I'll start a YouTube thumbnail. They have like, if y'all haven't been to Canva before, they have like a bunch of different options for whatever like you're trying to create, whether it's a social media post or a YouTube thumbnail or whatever. But yeah, basically I'll go to the thumbnail one and then I'll copy what I just print screened. And then I'll make it the full size. Sometimes I don't crop it correctly. So I'll drag it to the edges. Then I'll edit the actual image to make it like more poppy. Brightness wise, because the thumbnail is going to be on like a much smaller scale. Most people will see it on their phone. So you want everything to be like high contrast. And then I'll just come over here and copy like one of my old like styles of text. And then I will change what it says. But that way I kind of keep consistency when it comes to the like style of thumbnail. That way you guys can recognize it amongst other thumbnails, but different enough to where I'm not saying the same thing all the time. What's going on, Nick? I started trying to go live a lot more on my channel. It's like my second or third time trying to get used to doing something else other than just full process on the job videos. Some of the behind the scenes stuff. Big Dana says he made his fillers from Canva. It's a really helpful app. Yeah, I've honestly thought about buying the premium version because they have a couple things that I would like. They have like this background remover. So I'd be able to like cut myself out of this image and just have myself like as a sticker that I'd be able to move around. Or like if you wanted to fade the text behind the image or the person, like because it like goes in front of me, if I created myself as like a sticker, I'd be able to have this text sit behind me. But that's a paid service on Canva, which it's like kind of expensive. Pro is free for 30 days, but I think it was like $100 and something for the year. Not too bad, but unless you're making money doing content, it's not really worth it. What do I say here? This is where I struggle and I go over to ChatGPT and I'm like, help me with thumbnail text. I'll even show you all that actually. Since I'm revealing all the secrets, let's go ahead. So I'll be like, I have a thumbnail, or really, I need a thumbnail text for my video that is full process pressure washing a driveway where I remove an oil stain. Act as a... I usually tell it to act as the YouTube algo and give me the best if you prompt ChatGPT, you'll get a lot better responses. Like you need to tell it who it is so then it knows how to like react. If you just ask it without telling it who it is, then it's pretty generic on its responses. But yeah, like oil stain gone is kind of what I was thinking. Watch this stain disappear. Oil removal, driveway transformed. Usually I'll combine a couple of these to make something though. I destroyed this oil stain. Let's see. Driveway transformed. Watch this stain disappear. See, the thing is, though, like, I try and be more well-rounded than, like, or, like, I don't want the thumbnail to be so specific to a specific moment in the video because the overarching video is not about, like, that single stain as much as it is just cleaning a driveway. So then somebody clicks on it thinking they're going to see the oil stain be removed, and 99% of the video is me just, like, cleaning other parts of the driveway. So it's, like, misleading, I guess you would say. I need something that's like more general to the driveway cleaning process. You won't believe this clean. Complete cleaning process. Yeah, a lot of the times I'll just throw it up here and just see what it looks like on the screen too, if I feel like. This is where I take forever though. This is what some people probably don't take long at all to do a thumbnail, and then I sit here and overthink it like crazy. Let's see. Big Dana says he made his fillers from Oh, your flyers. I misread that. Yeah, flyers. Heck yeah. Yeah, I think I made my first flyers on Vistaprint, but it was basically like a worse version of Canva. You could take what you made on Canva and just go over to Vistaprint and probably have a better product. So let's see. What text am I going to put here, man? While I'm messing with this thumbnail, I'm going to go ahead and start exporting this video. That way we're not waiting on that. So what I usually do is I make sure that the video timeline resolution is 4K because that's what it was recorded at. Even though my monitor isn't 4K and I can't edit in 4K, the video was recorded in 4K and I can export it out as 4K, even though I can't edit it as the 4K version. So let's see. Jeepers Creeper says, you think BE pressure washers are any good? I found one for 850, 4,200, 4 gallon a minute. I don't know. I've never really tried one of those. But I will say if you go with a 4 gallon a minute machine, you should be pretty good. I'd read the reviews on it. I can look it up in a second here. But I didn't even know they made pressure washers, to be honest. You should see what like maybe a Honda equivalent is at 4 gallon. I don't know what the price is on it, but I think as long as you go 4 gallon a minute, don't worry too much about the PSI and just kind of read the reviews and make sure nobody's saying it like craps out on me in the first couple months or whatever, or it overheats or something like that. But mostly you just want to worry about that gallon per minute. I think if you go with any 4 gallon a minute machine and you plan on powering a surface cleaner, then you should be good, brother. I'll look it up here in a second though. I can tell you my personal opinion. If you're talking about the surface cleaner, I don't. Oh, can you change the tips? Yeah, you can change on the surface cleaner. You can change the tips because I had it sized for my 8 gallon a minute machine, but then when I go and I need help on a job, I'll rent like a 4 gallon a minute machine for one of my buddies to use, and I had to. The first day I had him use it, it was like striping, wouldn't spin, and I was like, what the heck is going on? Why doesn't this work? The surface cleaner always works. Comes to find out it was the tips, and I needed to switch size down to 4 gallon a minute tips so that it was able to be powered, because it came with 8 gallon a minute tips. So that might be another reason, or to double check your tip sizes and stuff before you just think that it's the surface cleaner that's broken. Because the first day, I wasn't even thinking about that, man. And then I had the epiphany overnight, changed the tips overnight, and the next day, we knocked it out of the park, speed wise, working. And yeah, I'm drinking black coffee at 11 p.m. at night. I'm a freak. Okay, this is where I just make sure that all the resolution, the timeline resolution is correct. The video monitoring is what my PC is seeing, but the timeline resolution is what it'll export as. So that is all good. So then we'll go over to the export tab. And then I need to switch up some things. Usually export it. I have to restrict it to 80,000 because these videos are so big. Audio, auto. Okay, and location. Give me a second to save this to my secret spot. And I'll title this one. How long is this? It's an hour and 36. So what is that? 96 minutes. 96-minute driveway cleaning, oil stain removal. That way it's easy for me to find. Okay, and then now it'll have a location that it's saving to, and I am able to... What? Oh, okay. And then I'm able to export it, I believe. Let me just double check everything. Restrict, auto, good. The thing that sucks is if you render it out before, or you miss a setting or something, then you, the rendering takes quite a bit. You'll see right here, an hour and 37-minute video. I don't know if my stream quality might tank for a second here. Hopefully not. Hopefully I'll be able to keep a pretty quality stream going while this exports. But this is milking my PC. It's taking a lot of power. Let me show y'all over here. This is my PC stats right now. So everything is working hard. This temp is actually pretty high. It should be a lot lower. I don't think the cooler is kicked on yet. But you'll see DaVinci Resolve is using like 40% of my RAM, ton of my CPU, and a ton of my GPU. And then this is my storage, which I have 8 terabytes worth of footage. I save all the footage, all the raw footage from all my jobs in case I ever hire a video editor and want to make extra content out of existing content. But I'm already almost maxed out on my 12 terabytes. So I'm going to end up getting another external hard drive. Luckily, my PC has 4 bays that I can connect to, and I'm only used 1 so far. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase a couple more of these here soon. Once this gets to like 9 or 10, which a terabyte is like 1,000 gigs. Each job, video-wise, I can tell you here. Let me look. My average video size for like say a 75 or 87-minute job is 50 gigs. So like, and that doesn't even count the raw footage. So the exported video is 50 gigs, and then the raw footage is about 50 to 100 gigs. So each video that y'all see is around 150 gigs worth of storage that my PC is having to hold. Hey, I didn't know you're down here. Roscoe's at my feet. I have a Roscoe cam right here. Let me see if I can show y'all. It pops up down here, but Roscoe ain't there right now. But that's like one of his favorite spots to lay, so I put the camera there. but I can pop it up and down. I was kind of working on my stream overlay today. I built this little like frame around my camera, and then I added my logo to it, just to add a little more elements to the stream. I'm slowly gonna try and make everything a little bit more branded and streamlined, and I want to get notifications and stuff when you guys chat and stuff. And I would like to add the chat on screen. If I could, I'd like it like right here, you know? That way y'all can see your chat right above. Which I might be able to do that now. But yeah, basically we're rendering out this video. I've got it's 11%. It's gonna be 23 minutes to render it. So we have some other stuff we can do here. But that's why I'll screenshot the thumbnail and get it screenshot it out, because then I can't screenshot for like the next 30 minutes. So during this time, usually I'll just work on a thumbnail. And this thumbnail will be for this video. Then I'll show y'all, but I'll drag and drop that video once I've vetted that it recorded correctly or exported correctly. And then the upload process to YouTube is what takes like a day. So I try and have it uploading prior to the day that it's supposed to come out. But yeah, let's add some text on screen here. I don't know what to say though. If y'all have any ideas of what to title this thumbnail, let me know. Like, I want to mention the oil stain, but it's like too much text, you know what I'm saying? Like, I usually try and keep it to like 1 to 2 words. But yeah, I'm going to show y'all over these next couple of weeks while I'm live. I'm going to try and go live a lot more often, but I want to show you guys how to use ChatGPT for like majority of everything. Like, I know a lot of people don't like chat, but when it comes to like not being able to think about something, or like you need help or you need brainstorming or whatever it is, like, man, just come over here. Trust me. I've been using ChatGPT since it came out, and I'll say that it has helped me quite a bit with a lot of different things. Maybe I'll try oil stain gone, because that's what I was thinking too. What if I do lowercase? Try and gotta figure out like the coloring and everything on this too. Trying to point to where the stain was. Anybody got an opinion on this? How I should frame it up? Well, not frame it up, but even what I'm just saying, like oil stain gone. I'm not sold on it. Put it down here. Yeah, make the arrow a little bit smaller. I was thinking the same thing. Trying to figure out like this part of the driveway so clean that I want to show it off, but then like all this is dead space over here, really. or it's irrelevant to the video. So I'd like to fill this void if I could. And then let's move this arrow. Maybe I can put it like... A lot of this is just trial and error. And I'll end up, a lot of the times with YouTube, you can run 3 thumbnails at the same time and test them out to see which thumbnail you think, it'll tell you which thumbnail worked the best after 2 weeks. So sometimes if I like can't decide on 1 or 2, I'll end up just running them both and just seeing which one worked better. Sometimes I don't need this arrow either. Like I have the arrow because my first few videos I wasn't pointing like this. Whereas here I'm pointing. And like what about the text? Let's see. That looks a little bit better. I'm trying to line it up with the driveway down here and then with the top of this house right here just to make it a little bit cleaner. But I'll say that I kind of want to frame myself a little more in the rule of thirds or whatever, where like, see, I still want to move myself up. Okay. See, now I'm a little more central. Well, like I'm a little more to the right side. And then I can drag it like that. Then I can play around with this more. But that way I'm a little more off-centered and not smack dab in the middle of the shot. Trevor says he makes thumbnails too. Mine are very basic. What software is this? This is Canva. So just type in Canva and then right here, you might have to make an account, but it's free. But depending on what you're editing, whether it's a website or a social media post or a presentation, I do the YouTube thumbnails right here. It just comes in the sizing format that you need for the thumbnail. But then, yeah, I would just click on thumbnail and then just copy and paste whatever I'm working with. Like if it's for example, copy this image, put it over here, boom, and then you can add text or do whatever else. They have a bunch of like elements over here that you can utilize and stuff. Some stuff is paid for, like anything with a crown, you need the pro service, but like a ton of stuff is free, man. Like you can get away with a lot of stuff for free on this. I'd recommend using it if you haven't given it a try. Ugh, messed that all up. Kind of think that the outline on this text is a little much. There we go. It's a little better. And then I want my arrow. Give me my arrow back. Okay. Okay. It's looking a little better. Maybe I should line it up with where I'm pointing. Even though the stain wasn't right here. It was over here, but whatever. I love image, but it gets the job done. I haven't tried that out. Try Canva, man. Trust me, you'll like it. If you're, I'll show you a trick. What I just did really quick, but I can't do it right now because the video is rendering. But basically, you would full screen whatever you're trying to have as your thumbnail background, and then just hit print screen, and then you can just like drag and drop a portion of it and then like whatever portion you're trying to capture. And then if you come over to Canva, like on a blank thing and then Control V, then like whatever you were trying to capture that your monitor was capturing, you see, now I have this as a thumbnail, and then I could like edit it, make it more vibrant, stuff like that, play around with everything. And then like even the blur is pretty cool. So you would like pick where, or not the blur, the autofocus, sorry. If you can pick like, this is a bad example. Let's say over here, I wanted to edit and add like a autofocus area. Like say I wanted to highlight the driveway or just me. See how it like, you can choose the focal position of the image. So, and then like the blur intensity. So like it would blur me out. So I'm not the focus and the driveway is, or like vice versa. If I wanted me to be the focal point, then I can change the blur intensity around like that. See? And then it kind of like makes whatever you're trying to highlight pop more because everything else is blurred out. But it's something that I do every now and then too. But yeah, trust me, try CapCut, brother. Or not CapCut, Canva. I use CapCut as well, but yeah, DaVinci is what I edit my long form videos on. When I'm trying to do like shorts or like editing on my phone, I'll use CapCut. Let's see. I appreciate all y'all stopping by though on the stream. I can see that I can't see how many of y'all are in here, but I think it says 8 people. Something like that. 7. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to try and go live more often. I was trying to be more topic oriented when I went live. That way I'm not just rambling. But I can tell that some of y'all like just chit-chatting in here and popping in and bouncing ideas and questions off each other. So I might start going live without as much of a game plan. That way we can just hit topics together and I don't feel like I'm getting sidetracked a bunch. Not that I feel that way, but my brain would easily get sidetracked because the second somebody pops a comment, I'm going to try and answer it. Because you know me. I love responding to comments. I don't know. Do we think we need the arrow? And where should it be? Let's find the center. This is the center point. So if I could have it here and then maybe make it like this. And then not cut out my forehead as much. The live streams are cool. Heck yeah, brother. I appreciate you popping in. I don't definitely keep the arrow. Yeah, I'm thinking the arrow too. The arrow is kind of my specialty in all my thumbnails. Majority of them have the arrow. I just am trying to figure out where it was. The stain is right where the arrow is pointing. But I'm not a huge fan of like the oil stain gone like text. I don't know why, but it's not really popping for me. I don't know if it's because it's white, like the text is white. I'll show you something else that's cool. A little tip that's cool with CapCut. Like say I wanted this text to match, this text color to match a specific thing. Like you can come here to the text, choose the text color, and then if you click this little like dropper, you can literally pick out frame or pixel by pixel what color you would like. So like say I wanted to match the greenest portion of this grass, you know, I would click it and then like the text would, I'd have to have it highlighted first, but if it wants to work for me. But yeah, basically you can change it to whatever that dropper clicks on, you know? So if I wanted to match the certain text, maybe we'll match the car over here. No, let's not do that. My girl showed me that a couple of weeks ago, to be honest. Maybe we'll do my sunglasses. Hey, I'm gonna lie, that's kind of cool. Yeah, she showed me that. She's like, you know, because I was trying to like color match by like literally dragging this and moving it around to try and color match things. She's like, why don't you just hit the dropper and actually color match it? And I was like, you know what? I didn't know about that. But that's another reason why I want to go live, because I think you guys have some stuff that I don't know about that I'd like to know without having to watch a video or whatever it may be. Like pop in the chat and tell me, man. Maybe I'll figure something out. I don't know. I could play around with this for a while. I wanted to look at surface cleaners too while I'm live today. So I've been thinking about possibly getting another one. I don't need one, but I have a big job coming up that being able to clean more surface area at a time would make for a faster workflow. Right now, I'm cleaning I have a bunch of sidewalks I have to clean, and with the 19-inch surface cleaner, I'm like the sidewalk right here, I have to make 2 to 3 passes, depends on the size of the sidewalk. But if they're 48-inch sidewalks, which is standard, then I have to make 3 passes, which adds to the work time or whatever. So if I could find a surface cleaner to where I would only have to make 2 passes, one there and one back, and not there back and back, then I would cut my work time by a lot. So depending on the price of the surface cleaner, it would be worth it to make the investment, especially because these jobs that I just got, I've cleaned them 3 times before, and every time it takes a long time. So being able to work faster would just help. Clean faster. What if I do like this? No. No. Only thing I don't like is I can't change that arrow color for some reason. So I'm stuck with the yellow arrow. See if we can find like thirds, oil stain. That's the time a lot. I'll show you which one I was, we're still waiting on that. Oh, what? My DaVinci crashed. I've never tried to export a video while I was live. I don't know if that might have been why. Let me actually see if that video exported before I just do this. What was it? 96 minute? I don't think it got to the end. No. Well, so what I need to do is open it back up. I'll probably export this off stream actually. That way we don't have to worry about it. Me trying to do it again. But yeah, basically once we finished exporting the video, we would then go to, I'll show y'all. Once we finish exporting the video, we would go to YouTube, and then we would just drag and drop it. Once we hit upload right here, I would drag it and drop it and upload it in here. And then I'd end up leaving my PC on overnight, which I will end up doing, because the upload process for like an hour and a half long video takes like a long time. Trevor uses DaVinci too. Yeah, I've tried to force myself to get better with just using DaVinci, because the ability to edit and change stuff is like nice, you know. There's a lot of potential with DaVinci, whereas I think you're like capped out with certain other softwares. And the fact that DaVinci is free for like what it offers is crazy to me. So I do recommend using DaVinci as well. But there is a big learning curve to using it when it comes to like just workflow and speed. Okay, so I think we're good with this, but I'm going to end up playing around with the oil stain text more. But basically what I would do once I have the text the way I want it and the thumbnail the way I want it, I would go here, share, I would download it. And then when you go to upload the YouTube video, you can drag and drop the thumbnail as well. And you can make a couple thumbnails using like different images to test out which thumbnail works best. And you want to try and improve your click-through rate. So if you can get your click-through rate higher, then you have more benefit when it comes to people watching your video. The higher the click-through rate, the better YouTube receives your video, the more they'll push it out there. So the thumbnails are very important, and always trying to work to make them more clickbaity, I guess you would say. To improve that click-through rate is the key, I would say. Trying to just figure out where to put this. But yeah, improving the click-through rate is the key to those thumbnails. And that's why I would recommend making at least 2 and running a test a couple times to see which works better. My most popular thumbnails, which I don't know why, but they're these, like the minute and then how much I made. So like for this video, I would do, let's just go ahead and do it real quick. Like for this one, let's remove this. I would do this, and then the video was 96 minutes. So I would just change this to 96, and then I made 250. So then I would be like, this, something like this. See, and I really wouldn't need the arrow here, but like 96 minutes, 250 bucks. See, like that already is just a better thumbnail in my opinion than the oil stain one. But I want to not be so repetitive with the like time and the money aspect of all my videos. Because that ain't what it's about, man. It's about the journey. Never underestimate the power of a thumbnail. I feel you on that one, brother. Let's see, 250. Let's balance it so it's central. 250. What oil stain? Yeah, that's a good one, brother. Actually, I'm about to steal that. Let me export this one, and then I'm about to steal that one for sure. What oil stain? Take it easy. Looking forward to more live videos. I'm going to catch up on this video later, my G. Be safe. Yo, take it easy, Big Danish. I appreciate you, man. You're one of my OGs. One day when I get merch or something, I'll send you something, brother. Mark my words on that, all right? I appreciate all your support, and you've been here since day one, so I appreciate you always giving me positive feedback. Keeps me motivated, brother. Take it easy. Have a good night, man. Gotta get merch first, though, before I can give you anything. What do you think about that one? That one's not too bad. 96 minutes, kind of like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is download this one, and then I'm going to steal Jeepers Creepers' idea. Another thing to make sure is that the thumbnail has to be under 2,000 kilobytes, or I think that's 2 megabytes. Has to be under 2 megabytes. So the fact that it's 1779 is good. But I usually title the thumbnail. I'll be like, okay, 96 minutes. 96-minute driveway. And then what I do is I'll show y'all. I have a, here we go. Let me drag it over here so y'all can see it. Okay. These are all my thumbnails from my videos. So then I'll just make a new folder and I'll title it whatever, the 96-minute driveway cleaning. Let's say oil stain. Okay. And this way I just know where my thumbnails are if I ever end up needing it for some reason. And then I'll drag and drop this. Then I'll have that thumbnail that we made right here. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. And I actually might move this down right here. And then download it again. And same with this, actually. That way it kind of looks more like an underline. Okay. So let's download this one. What up, J-Dub? Trading futures. You do day trading or something? Trevor asked, "What's black and gold from?" I'll show you here in 1 second, brother. Let me put this thumbnail where it goes though, because I just made the one, but I like this one better. Okay, and then I need to make the other one, homeboy said. So now I'll reverse everything, undo it all till we got back here. And then what did we say it was? What oil stain? Yeah. And I might lowercase the what. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, look into getting into the pressure washing business. Heck yeah, man. Yeah, I recommend it. I enjoy pressure washing, even though like actual manual labor is somewhat satisfying. Like it's physical, but it's not like, yeah, this is a good one, man. It's enjoyable. It's oddly satisfying in a way, like cleaning at least like concrete and stuff. I'm not a huge fan of like the house washes and like the roof washes are pretty fun. As long as it's a 1-story roof, they're pretty fun. But yeah, it's good money. And the flat work is my baby. I love doing driveways. I like doing sidewalks and anything on the ground with the surface cleaner. I just put my podcast in with the noise canceling headphones. And it's killer. Killer good. And you drown out the noise of the machine with the noise cancelers, which helps. Jeepers, this is a really good one. I might use this thumbnail, brother. I like the statement. Let's see. What's my go-to marketing idea that I found most useful? Honestly, I do a lot of commercial work and I just do a lot of cold emails. That's what's worked best for me. But when it comes to like doing residential and homeowner, like individualized clients, not property management companies, I would say like flyers and yard signs. Yard signs have made me a lot of money. I don't do them that much, but I want to get more into it. I did a lot when I first started. Yard signs and flyers, and then like Facebook ads are what I did when I first started. Let's see. Yeah, the hardest thing about the pressure washing is moving the hoses around. Man, they're full of water. And then pushing the surface cleaner can be hard. And then reeling up the hoses can be hard. I would say those are the toughest parts of the job. Roscoe. Yeah, Roscoe's sitting next to me. Do we like it centered? Like what oil stain centered? Or should I have what oil stain off centered? So like somewhere like this. And then I want this arrow to point to the same area. Yeah, it's pretty good, I think. Might make this a little bigger. And then lower it just a hair. Same with this. Add a little more rotation to the arrow. Something like that. What if there's a lot of competition in the area? Should I block out people who say it's oversaturated? I don't know. It depends where you live. Honestly, I live in Central Florida, and I mean, I guess it's oversaturated too. But I mean, there's plenty of work, man. I don't think you'd have to worry about it being oversaturated. I think if maybe you're in like a small town, maybe it could be oversaturated. But I would say like there's plenty of driveways. At least where I live, there's plenty of driveways. So I don't think you can, I don't think it'll be oversaturated. And the good thing is like the driveways get dirty every other year, roughly. So you'll always have repeat business, you know? Build those clients and then they'll come back to you as long as you do good work. Yeah, cleaning, it's kind of like lawn service where like the grass is going to grow, you know what I'm saying? The algae's going to grow, the driveway's going to get dirty again. The guy who used to do it and was doing her house for 20 years just retired and she needs somebody new. You know what I'm saying? So there's your opportunity. Like there'll always be opportunities always opening. So as long as you're ready to capitalize on the opportunity, they'll come. Like might be slow at first or you might, you know. My thing, what I'd recommend is don't get too much overhead when you're first starting out. If you can limit your overhead, then you don't have to stress too much about like the business coming in. Like the business will come in slowly and you won't have to worry about if it's enough or not. You can just grow it from whatever starting point you're starting at. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, all right, let's see. This is my first time having a stream with monetization on. My other two streams, I forgot to turn on monetization, so I made money. I make money on the views after the live is over and it uploads as like a VOD. I make money on it, but because I didn't have monetization on while I was doing my other two lives, I didn't make money during. So I'm interested to see like how much you can make on a live while live, you know. It doesn't tell me right now, but I can tell you that I've had 7 people on average for 9 minutes and 43 seconds. So that's our stats right now. Do I recommend hiring someone to market / run the business side of things? I don't know. I think it depends on how much money you have to play around with. I think that if you have a ton of money to throw at marketing, then that's what I would do. I would throw a bunch of money at marketing. Maybe even if somebody has marketing or something experience, maybe you could get some value out of them. But I would say that hey, I appreciate you watching the ad, homie. Yeah, you just paid me. I actually see that there's a manual option for me to run an ad. So like I should be running more ads, but hopefully it'll just set up naturally to where it just naturally occurs, the ads. But yeah, do I recommend hiring someone to market? I think you could do the marketing yourself. Maybe you can hire somebody to make your logo and your materials. But when it comes to the actual marketing, unless you're talking about like SEO optimization and trying to like fine tune your Google presence online, then I think you could do your own marketing when it comes to just making posts with before and after photos and getting a bunch of yard signs printed out and putting them out and flyers and stuff like that. Like that's all just stuff that you gotta just grind to do yourself. I think it'll give you a lot more understanding of what works and what doesn't, and also like the value of the advertising method that you're trying. If the advertising method isn't working, but you don't know that because you're paying someone else, you know, then you're kind of missing out on I think the main points. Whereas if you're doing it all yourself, you know what's working and what isn't working. Yeah, for sure go aluminum and stainless everything if you can. The I don't know if it's this ring light that's giving me like a headache or what. But the aluminum and stainless is what I went with on my trailer. Let me pull up a photo of my trailer. But the I tried to make sure all my fittings and all my bolts and all my nuts were stainless. So let's see. Let me pull up my trailer. Okay. All right, I think y'all can see this. But yeah, so the hose reels are stainless. The only thing that's not stainless is the trailer, which if you could afford to get a aluminum trailer, that would be ideal. Obviously not stainless, but if you could get an aluminum trailer, that'd be really nice because then you wouldn't have to worry about even the iron parts rusting. But yeah, like all the bolts that bolt these down are stainless, and same with the nuts, and then anything that I like bolted to anything is stainless. Even this aluminum bar that holds the backside of my reels is stainless. Yeah, I feel you, brother. Yeah, J-Dub, I'm kind of the same way when it comes to like door to door. I'm not a huge fan of it at all. I don't like door knocking. I don't like cold calling either. That's why I kind of pivoted my business to do like a cold email reach out and yeah, like yard signs you still got to answer the phone. I'm not even a big fan of answering the phone, man. So, like I've passed up on a ton of business that I could have, made bridged the gap and got some clients and all that stuff. But I'm the same way. I have like social anxiety when it comes to like talking on the phone and also like talking in person to new clients. So I've tried to find ways around that, which I think like running ads to like I'm gonna pull up my website so y'all can see. Um but like running ads that direct somebody to a like page to where they can fill out something. All right, here's like my front page of my website. But running an ad to like the quote form, like right here, or like my contact page basically. So where they can just fill out their form and then be able to type and tell me what they want, pressure washing, house washing, roof, whatever it is, and then type it in and then submit. Then I can get back to them on my own terms via usually an email or a text, and I don't have to do a lot of the talking. So I know what you're talking about, man. It's a hump, but you can get over it. There's ways around marketing without needing to be direct. I need to work on my website. Maybe I'll go live and do that sometime. My website is very mediocre. I built it all myself though. Like all this stuff is I did it all. And it's pretty seamless. I got it to where they could schedule a time to have their driveway cleaned, and that's pretty streamlined as best as I could get it, you know. Do I recommend doing a bunch of free jobs once you get approved on Google? I don't know. I do a few. Look at my Google reviews. I only have 4 Google reviews. I don't get many clients via Google. I know a lot of guys that have a ton of reviews and they get all their stuff from here. But I do mostly commercial work, I'm telling you. So the Google reviews aren't as important to me. But yeah, I would do a couple of jobs free. You can trade them for Google reviews. My first job I've talked about a couple times, but I traded for like $50 in a Google review for my first driveway. But yeah, you can trade Google reviews and stuff for I don't know if you're allowed to do that, but it's a good way to do it. Only problem is quoting jobs by square foot. You never know what you're cleaning without being there physically. Yep. I agree with that. I you can use Google Earth, but only up to a point, you know what I'm saying? So I'll use Google Earth, and then like here, actually I can show you all the job I'm doing. So what we just got our approval to clean over the next couple of weekends are all the sidewalks within this complex here, which I can show y'all. Basically all the sidewalks, and it goes around these buildings too, back sides, front sides, all the way around this plaza. This will be my third time cleaning this one, but that's why I was looking into a bigger surface cleaner, because look how many sidewalks it is, you know? Like it's just in and out of each of one of these buildings. And then we also got approved to clean this one over here. So then we'll also clean all these sidewalks as well. So I've been thinking about, because it takes 3 passes on these sidewalks with my surface cleaner, if I could get one that even is just 2 passes on these sidewalks, like think about how much time it would save me over cleaning both of these properties. Which, like I said, this might be my 3rd time cleaning both of these. So at this point, it would be worth me investing to save time, because clearly they are going to get it done again. And so it'd be better for me to be prepared to clean them quicker. And I've been having to hire like a buddy to help me with these. And I think if I had a better surface cleaner, I might even be able to do it myself. But we just cleaned this one a couple months ago. There's a video on my channel cleaning this one. We cleaned the sidewalks all the way around. Maybe I should link that for y'all. I'm supposed to be like interacting with the chat when it comes to like prompting questions and like dropping knowledge and videos for y'all to engage with. I'm not saying go watch this one now because I want you to stay here, but I will show you that I have it in a playlist somewhere. My commercial pressure washing jobs. If you come to this playlist, I have a lot of my commercial jobs in here. And the one that is, that one is these 2 right here. Which if I hit share and then I go copy, I'm just dropping it. Y'all don't have to watch this. I'm just dropping it to practice. But yeah, this video is this plaza right here that we cleaned. It's a part 1 and a part 2. But yeah, now we're cleaning this plaza and this plaza, which I've cleaned this roof before. This roof here and here. I don't think I have a video of that. I think that was back before I was recording. How do I coordinate a cleaning like that with customers? Do you just clean at night? Luckily, these plazas are medical plazas, so they're all doctor's offices. So I clean them on Saturdays and Sundays. Saturday, some of these are still open, but they're aware that I'm going to be there. And I just kind of work around it. On Sunday, there's like nobody there. Maybe the doctor's in the office, but other than that, there's not anybody there. So luckily, they're doctor's offices, like I was saying. When it comes to like a shopping plaza, that would be like, there's one over here, but like with a Walmart or something in it, where there's establishments that might be open 24 hours or late or whatever. That it just kind of like, you just got to work around people a lot of the time. Like you'll have the manager notify all the individual tenants that you're going to be cleaning on this whatever date you set. But yeah, usually I'll try and get, if I can and the lighting's good, I'll try and do it overnight. If not, I try and do it first thing in the morning, preferably on days where I think it won't be that busy. That's usually what I do. What are the requirements to get into commercial legally? You definitely need to be licensed and insured. Those are the main 2 things. And then it's just like experience and quality of work. And sometimes they ask for referrals from like previous clients that you've worked with. So all those can be beneficial when it comes to trying to get in with these more commercialized clients. But the same company, that I'm doing work for manages this plaza, and this plaza, or this little one. They've never asked me to clean this one back here, so I guess somebody else manages it. And then they just built this brand new one. So hopefully they'll ask me to clean that one as well. Look at this mansion over here, though. Sometimes I'll peep it when I'm cleaning. This house is freaking huge. I like to spy on people sometimes with this Google Earth. J-Dub says commercials what you're looking for, more laid back after hours. Yeah, I enjoy the commercial work a lot. I'll tell you why I enjoy the commercial more than like residential. Like I can tell her when I'm going to go do this job, go do the job, take the photos, be out of there, and then send out the invoice, and then I'll get paid in like 30 days. And I didn't have to talk to anybody. Like I might run into a doctor or two while I'm working and say what's up, but when it comes to actually like interacting with people, like I don't have to do much interaction at all. Like I show up on my own time, I do the job on my own time, take the photos on my own time, make the invoice on my own time, send the invoice on my own time, and then I get paid on their time, which is usually like 30 days later. So as long as you're good at floating money, the commercial work is what I prefer. But it's the same with commercial residential work. Like I'll get a work order, I go do a driveway cleaning, like say they want this house cleaned, they'll send me a work order, I'll go clean this driveway right here, take the photos, send the invoice, and all I had to do is notify the tenants what day I was coming and no cars in the driveway. So I prefer that much more than like the homeowner being there, wanting to talk, wanting to get some extra work done for free, or trying to get the price cheaper or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of stuff that you deal with when it comes to homeowners. Yeah, I prefer the commercial work. That's kind of how I frame my business so far. Trevor says this is his house. You're balling, Trevor. Preferred payment method or ones you offer? I offer as many payment methods as I can, just so that you're able to take whatever payment they take. Yesterday I got paid via Cash App. I had to re-download the app because I hadn't been paid via Cash App in forever. But Cash App, Zelle, check, credit card, direct deposit, cash, I think I said. But yeah, any way you can take money. Zelle's with your phone number, Cash App with your phone number. Direct deposits usually for like bigger ticket clients. Cash is for like individual homeowners, check, individual homeowners. I haven't really set up the credit card payment method. I pay for it through my website, but I haven't taken it. Yeah, Venmo as well. Do you mind sharing how I get the commercial jobs? Do you have videos or like a course where you go over that? Yeah, I've been thinking about putting together like a more like privatized like course of how I actually get the commercial clients. I feel like there's a lot of value in that content. So I haven't made any like free content on that, but I've been thinking about making like a membership thing, because YouTube allows you to like do memberships. And I've been thinking about like putting a lot of that stuff behind the membership like paywall, I guess you would say, because that's like where the real value in a lot of this is like how to obtain clients like this. It's my secret sauce is what I'm trying to say. So I haven't really made any free content on that. I was thinking of the per square foot with the map. Yeah. Yep. That's how I used to do it. I would like when I first did this job, I'll show you. Take the measuring tool over here and then literally just, map all the sidewalks all the way through. And then close the shape, and you can even like drag the shape. So like if I mismeasured it or something, you can extend this and stuff. And then like there's your area, and then take that by whatever you want to charge a square foot, So I think this plaza is like 22,000 square feet of concrete. And then this one is like 23 They're roughly the same size. I think this one's like 25 and this one's like 21,000 square feet. But yeah, you just like you can even pivot it and measure it like this. It doesn't recommend you measure it at an angle like that because the measurements might be off. But yeah, you can map out sidewalks and stuff like this using Google Earth. Yeah. Hey, brother, I was in your same boat. Like, right before the pandemic, I had started looking into pressure washing, and then I ended up doing what you're doing, ton of research and trying to get confident before. Like, I didn't even get my first commercial client for. Well, that's a lie, but I lucked out with how I got my commercial clients to start. But yeah, the gaining confidence and just doing those first couple jobs to get it under your belt so that you're able to feel confident when it comes to your skills and abilities, and then getting good before and afters. Like, that's what I would be doing my first year. Once you have the confidence of like how long something's going to take, how dirty it is, and what I need to do to get it clean, will help you better gauge like what to charge. So I think a lot of the time when you're first starting out, either you're going to be way too cheap or way too expensive. I think honestly, trying to be too cheap is not good, but being too expensive isn't good either. So there's like a sweet spot that you'll just have to find. It just takes time, man. Like I said, just keep diving in to the pressure washing content as a whole and figuring out like what equipment you want to invest in, and then also like what route you want to take and how you're going to market, and then building up those first few marketing materials, business cards, flyers, yard signs, I'm telling you. And then Google, well, not Google ads, but Google ads or Facebook ads. You know, I've never really done a Google ad. I've done a Facebook ad only once though. Let's see. J-Dub says he's going with Apex Exterior Cleaning. I think that's a good brand name. I think you should check and make sure that the LLC is available with like your state, whatever that's called. It's Sunbiz here in Florida, but whatever your state website is to get an LLC, make sure that name is available. And you can always just be like, if Apex Exterior Cleaning's taken, you could be Apex Exterior Cleaning LLC or whatever it is, you know? So even if the name's taken, it's not the end of the world. It is a really good name though. I like the name, brother. Look, I'm gonna show you a secret right here. I'm gonna take your name. And look, bro, go over to ChatGPT if you've never tried it. Be like, I am starting a pressure washing business named this. Act as a top level marketer and create a game plan for kickstarting my business. So here you go. Here's your whole game plan right here, brother. How to position your brand, dominate your niche, what your slogan's going to be, your property protected or whatever slogan. Then figure out what services you're going to offer, who you're going to target, whether it's high income, if it's residential, HOA, local business owners. Then how to dominate using SEO. And then create your social media, create your YouTube, do your Instagram, do a Facebook page, get some before and after photos, flyers, door hangers, your referral system, trying paid ads, how to book customers. Look, it even gives you like your launch checklist, what day, 1 to 5. Yeah, man, use AI. Trust me, man. Make it work for you. That's what I do. Tell it what you want, you know? If you're just sitting there not knowing what to ask it, then it's not going to help you at all. But if you, like, I'm telling you, the key is prompting it to be who you want it to be. So because we're not a top level marketer, we want ChatGPT to act as a top level marketer. That way, when I need a pressure washing business started, name this, it'll act as the top level marketer and create the game plan as that. If you just ask it to be chat and do it, it's going to be a much more like bland, generic response. If you can prompt it and like you can make it even crazier, like it'll even prompt you with like the follow-up question. Would you like the plug and play website home script and cold email template or flyer designs? Bonus growth hacks. Start Filthy to Fresh YouTube series. Become the Mr. Beast of cleaning. Offer free cleaning to local businesses in exchange for content and testimonials. Here you go. But like asking somebody to do their driveway for free or for a testimonial, like I'm telling you, that's a bonus tip right there. Martin says, hola. What's going on, brother? Appreciate you joining. Are you in Chile? If so, that's really cool, man. G Schultz says, for your flyers, do you get them from a company also that also mails them out for you? Or do you make them and mail them out yourself? For the flyers, I've only ever done like ones that I put on somebody's door. I wouldn't, I haven't ever like mailed them out through a mailing service or a marketing service, but my flyers I did on like Vistaprint. I'll show you my original flyers. I haven't ever made flyers since then, but like I think I have a flyer page here somewhere. Yeah, these were my like original flyers, which are very rough. I wouldn't recommend them looking like this, to be honest. But yeah, I think I got like a couple hundred of these printed, and then I just handed them out in the neighborhood. Like I just put them on people's doormat, to be honest. G Schultz says, Chat GPT, he uses it daily. Heck yeah, brother. I'm trying to monitor my language because YouTube, when it runs ads, I have to say if I've cursed or not. So I'm trying to hold my tongue. But yeah, ChatGPT is clutch, brother. Like look at all these chat things I've talked to chat over the years. Like this is just till January, and then look, 2024. Like I mean, we go way back. Me and chat 2023. See how far we go back. I've been using chat for a long time, man. Like I think even in 2022 I was using it. But yeah, you can use chat for so much, man. Like my entire business is basically checked through. No, bro, you're good. I just didn't want to read out what you said. It's not like I care, but if I said the word, then I have to opt into saying yes, I've used a curse word when I go to post the video or whatever. It's fine that you say it in the chat though. But yeah, I've basically been using chat since like 2022, I think is when it was. But yeah, look, this is all stuff I've bounced ideas off of chat for when it comes to my business and the YouTube. That's crazy. It's crazy it saved it. That's why it says saved memory full right up here at the top. ChatGPT out of space for saved memories. I talk too much to it, basically, is what it's telling me. I think it started erasing what I had old, because I think I go back even further than 2023. But yeah, I'm telling you, I'm going to start going live and showing people how I use chat a lot more, because I think there's a lot of benefit when it comes to using chat that a lot of people don't realize, especially when you're getting off the ground. Jeepers Creeper says, so as long as it's not the same name in the same state or nationwide. I'm not too sure how it works when it comes to naming your business. Let's pull up. Okay, here's Sunbiz. This is what Florida would use. So if I'm trying to look, let's say I want to use your name. Okay, look, in Florida, there's already Apex Exterior Cleaning LLC. What was yours? Again, Apex Exterior Cleaning. Yeah, so see, they already have one in Florida. But look at all these Apex Exteriors. There are soft wash cleaning, exterior specialist, exterior washing. But if it says they're active, that means the name's already taken, basically. I don't know how to do it for. Let's see, is it? I don't think it'll be Sunbiz for. I don't know what it would be. Okay, it looks like it's State Corporation Commission. Type in Virginia SCC. I think that's right. So let's see. Let's try this name and see what happens. It says nothing comes up, so I don't know if that means there's not one taken. What would be a more generic name for like to see if a company is up? I don't know. But yeah, I think if you entered the entity name and nothing came up, then the name isn't taken. But don't mark my words on that. So I don't know how you would search without. Let me get rid of the name and just search and see if. Yeah, no, it's not gonna. Let me put the letter A. I think it'll pull up all the business. For biz name, check your Secretary of State's websites. Pretty much any biz name you could think of is taken. But if there's Apex Pressure Washing, try yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're just gonna have to. Okay, look, here's all the names right here that come up. I would have to like search for Apex, but it looks like if you can look in your state corporation commission list or whatever, I think every state's different, but just vet to see if the name is taken. And when you go to make it, I think it'll tell you whether or not it would be taken or not. When you go to try the LLC. Apex. I don't think this is an alphabet. Oh, look, there's an Apex Brokerage LLC. Apex Administrative. I don't know where Jeepers Creepers is out of. But in Virginia, you could have the name. In Florida, you could not have that name. But yeah, I think it's on a state-by-state basis. I believe. Yeah, G Schultz has a good point though. Like if you set on the Apex exterior or whatever, or Apex in general, like just throw around different ones like pressure washing or pro wash or exterior cleaning. Like you'll find one that works, and you're trying to say the same thing, you know. Apex, top notch. You know what I'm saying? Top tier. Heck yeah, brother. Jeeper says Tennessee. See if we can do it for. I don't know what it's called, but I just type in some biz. It's the Tennessee Secretary of State, which Schultz said. Yeah, Secretary of State's website. Business entity. So let's see. Apex exterior cleaning. Hey, look, nothing comes up, brother. Looks like you might be able to. Yeah, it looks like if you were to make it in Tennessee, you should be fine with that name. Bada bing, bada boom, man. Can't beat that. I'm gonna start looking at surface cleaners though, because that's what I had planned on doing on this live as well. I'm just gonna show y'all kind of what I was looking into. I was telling y'all I was gonna be cleaning these. Ooh, excuse me. This plaza. And it takes 3 passes with my current surface cleaner, which is a Whisper Wash Classic. So it is a 19-inch. $1,000. Yeah, it's basically this surface cleaner right here is what I use currently. It's an old one. You want one with one of these green cartridges right here. If the cartridge right here is black, it's one of the old models, which that photo was. You don't want that one. Get the new one with the replaceable internals. Or the replaceable internal of this one is much quicker to replace than the internals of the other one. So make sure you get a new one. But yeah, see the GPM 4 to 10 minute or gallons a minute. And then I think this tells you the different ones that they have. And I was looking at maybe trying to get a ground force, a little big guy. See, my thing is the sidewalks are 48 inches. And then my surface cleaner right now is a 19 inch. So double 19 would be what, like 36 or something like that? Right around there. Or is that 38? I don't know the math on that. But yeah, it's not enough to do the whole sidewalk is my point being. Whereas if I got a 24 inch, like it would only take 2 passes, you know? The Mondo Force would be ideal, but I don't have enough flow. 8 gallons a minute isn't going to power a 49 inch surface cleaner. But then I'd be able to do the sidewalk in 1 pass, which, oh, I would kill to do that, man. But yeah, like the little big guy or the ground force, I think I'm looking into. I've heard the mini Mondo is an option. I was looking at the Maxima, but I got to thinking, like, if I were to clean, here, I'll look up the Maxima with y'all, the Whisper Wash. Let's go to their website. We could see their surface cleaners. But yeah, this Maxima is the one that I was looking at, which is ginormous. But like, make sure the parameters, it says 6 to 12, so an 8 gallon a minute would power it, which is what I have. The problem is I'm still going to be making that second pass. And like, if I'm cleaning the sidewalk, I'd be cleaning like 2/3 of it. And then a tiny little strip, you know, would be left that I'd have to pass over with the giant surface cleaner again. So I'd almost rather it just be like straight down the middle divide, like clean and clean, you know? That makes sense. Yeah, this surface cleaner is crazy, man. I'm gonna show you even crazier one. Look at this. This company, Whisper Wash, I recommend. If you haven't bought a surface cleaner yet, just go with them. Look at this one, man. The Hippo series, bro. Look at this thing. It's 5 foot across. Like, you would use this for like a parking garage or something crazy, you know? But like, it's got 4 spinning heads. And like, I mean, how much does it weigh? It's 62 pounds. And you need a 12 gallon a minute machine. So you would either have to find a machine that's 12 gallons a minute, or you would have to Siamese pair like 2 8 gallons or 2 10s or something. This thing is insane though. I want to try one just to use it, you know? Zebedee says, started following me a couple weeks ago. Thanks for the videos. I started my pressure washing business this month. Literally picked up signs today and started putting them out. Let's go, brother. Keep passing them out, man. Let me know. Pop back in the chat or drop a comment on one of my videos when you get your first job from your yard sign. Let me know how much you ended up charging or how many jobs you got from your first batch of yard signs. So I'm about to throw out some yard signs this coming week. I haven't done yard signs in forever, but I found a whole stash of them I had in my garage that I'm about to throw out. And yard signs are clutch, man. So hit it hard, brother. I appreciate you getting some motivation off the channel. You're motivated me to go do some yard signs, and hopefully we can bounce some ideas off each other, and maybe you'll learn something from one of my videos, or maybe you can teach me something in the future. J-Dub says money printer. G Schultz, that's the biggest one I've ever seen. Yeah. Yeah, this surface cleaner I think is pretty much the biggest one that I've seen as well. I've seen some ride-on surface cleaners. Let's see if I could show you one. I forget what the company was called. There's one, but like, look at these. Like, they're like lawnmowers that are converted into surface cleaners for like, I'm telling you, when you're doing big, like parking garages. I don't know why I couldn't think of that word. I want to get into parking garages. That's not something I've been asked to quote a couple, but I haven't ever successfully bid one. Zebedee asks, what cam and setup am I using when I'm filming? When I'm on the job, I'm using this DJI Action 4. I don't know if you can see the reflection in this camera, but what I'm filming with the webcam is the Osmo Pocket, which is like DJI as well. So like for the webcam, I'm using this This is the action camera I'm using, the 4. And then it comes with these batteries, and then I'll wear like a neck mount for it. And then when I do the Osmo Pocket for the webcam, which you don't need this for the webcam, but yeah, basically this is what I use for the webcam. And it just has like auto tracking and stuff. I don't have it on. I have it turned off right now, but it would track me if I moved and stuff. So it's good for like talking head and product showcase is what I've heard. Let's see. You said you own a video company, small team of 7. Hell yeah, brother. That's cool, man. What type of videos do you make? Like marketing content for companies, or is it like short films, or what type of video company? You wanted to just start pressure washing for fun? Yeah, pressure washing, just even as a side hustle, man, is good. Good side money, good money. Oddly satisfying. Pretty straightforward. I enjoy it. I enjoy pressure washing. I'd be interested to know more about your video company though. Zebedee says the Action 4 is good. We use cinema cameras, so I gotta go get a GoPro or the DJI Action one. Yeah, the DJI has some crazy cameras. Let me go to their website. But yeah, some of these, I've thought about some of their drones too. But yeah, they have some like, I'm sure you have a better camera than some of these, but I've seen some of their, where is it? They're like professional cinema cameras like these. They go crazy. Like $10,000 for a camera is insane. I'm sure it's worth it, but still. Yeah, these things are nutty, brother. The reason I got the Osmo or the action camera over the GoPro is because I read reviews that the action camera doesn't really overheat as much. And you can get this Action 4 for a lot cheaper now because the 5 just came out. So you can pick up the 4 for like cheap. Like $100 less than what I paid, I think. Yeah, marketing for some schools, electronic companies, dealerships, nonprofits, testimonials. Heck yeah, brother. I wish you lived closer to me. I could use some marketing materials. I'm doing this commercial job. I don't know if you were in here when I was talking about it. I'm doing these plazas right here and right here over the next couple of weeks, and I'd love some like marketing material filmed around my business. My girl's gonna come out with the cameras and shoot some stuff, but yeah, I'd love some professional stuff that I could put together, like a demo reel for some of my clients and some marketing materials for like my online presence. You guys use the Canon C70 and C300s. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, these are nice. Let's see what the 300 is. Sheesh. Hope you don't have the 700. Gosh, dang, brother. Yeah, these are crazy. Look at this one, 74 grand for a camera, bro. You better make $1 million on your first film. That's crazy. But yeah, I started this video showing I was editing on DaVinci and then how to export and upload a video to YouTube. And then we got to talking about marketing, and then surface cleaners is kind of where we're at right now. So this VOD is going to be all over the place. I'll probably end up chopping some of it up into a video that's more direct to topic because we're kind of bouncing around at this point. But I appreciate everybody stopping by in the chat and chit-chatting. I really appreciate it. I think it's this one. This guy is what I wanted to show y'all. This high-low solutions guy. See, they have this like daisy chained. They have like, I think they're two 10-gallon-a-minute machines. It might even be 15-gallon-a-minute machines. I forget. But they're daisy chained right here. Or Siamese, however you want to call it. so that he can power like the big ride-on. I'm telling you, they make this like giant surface cleaner right here, which is basically the same one. This thing even cleans curbs. Look at this. Like, that way you wouldn't even have to get off the machine to do the curbs. This is an insane machine. Like, this is top level what I'd love to own at some point. But we ain't here yet, boys. Got a lot more commercial jobs to get under our belts before we can afford this. But it's insane. This setup is like goals, you know? Like, just look at their hose reels back here. Like, this thing is like a 30-inch hose reel. There's so much garden hose he has on there. I'm probably gonna pop off here in a second though in the live, but I'll chat for a second here. That's pretty cool. Curbs too. That whole setup is insane. Let's see. His company was what? High Low Solutions. I think that I've looked at the truck before. Let's see what just the curb cleaner as a standalone is $4,700. The beast, the ride-on thing is. Hey, look, this is me, university and hospitals. That's what I do. I do a lot of campus maintenance. Okay, look at this. With the 7-foot surface cleaner, with everything, with the curbinator and mount, just the ride-on is $18,900 or $500, and that does not include like the pressure washers that you would need to power it, the trailers, the water tanks, the hose reels, the hoses. Like, I mean, you're talking. I mean, it's probably $50,000 to have a setup like that. Would be my guess. Let's see if he has one. Like this setup right here. With the ability, yeah, look at this thing. This setup right here is probably $50,000 would be my guess. He has 3 machines. And the fact that he can like ride the riding thing up there, like I'd love to buy this trailer at some point. But we ain't at this level yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 3 Siamese kit. It's crazy. Let me make sure I. Yo, how'd you come across my channel? Were you just scrolling on YouTube pressure washing content? I popped up, or just curious how you found my content. Trying to figure out how people are finding me and what type of content they're into on my channel. That way I know better who to cater to. I know. I could let you out the room. Sheesh. Okay. How long have I been live? 2.5 hours. That's pretty long. I was doing this video. But let me see if I've covered everything I wanted to talk about in this live. Okay. I've covered pretty much everything I had planned on talking about. Probably do a sign out here. Been searching and learning from every channel I find. Heck yeah, that's kind of what I did my first year, was just like watch a ton of YouTube, like familiarize yourself with big like companies like that make the products, like the surface cleaner brands. And then same with like the big machine guys, like where the potential is. Then you'll kind of find where you can fall in and like where you want to get started, how much you want to invest, all that stuff. Heck yeah, I'm glad my videos were popping up for you. I'm trying to be consistent on YouTube and post a lot, so I'm glad that you were able to find my videos. And hopefully you're finding value in these videos too, and hopefully anybody that is still watching is finding some value in these videos. Let me know in the chat what you enjoy about the pressure washing content, or what pieces of content you would like to see around my pressure washing business. Today I kind of went through a couple things, like how I video edit, kind of using ChatGPT to answer some of my questions. And then I was answering some of y'all's questions in the chat throughout this live. And then I was looking at some surface cleaners. So I'll probably end up chopping this VOD into a couple separate videos possibly to highlight those individual topics. But if you enjoyed watching today's video, I appreciate you stopping by, and let me know down in the comments. Yeah, exactly. Like what you're into and what you want to see next out of this channel. I'm going to try and go live a lot more often, even if it's not with like a game plan, even if I just sit here and chit chat with y'all. I think that it'll be beneficial for all of us, you know? So I think that the more that we can build a community around this channel and the more we can all do growing when it comes to pressure washing, individuals and business and how we want to handle things and video editing. Like Zebedee just popped by and he does videos and I have no idea what I'm doing when I come to editing videos. I use DaVinci, but I'm very rusty and new at it. So I think that we can all come together and everybody has something that they can contribute to the community and we'll all grow because of it. So I appreciate everybody joining and I appreciate everybody watching, and catch me on the next job, everybody, and take it easy for the night. I'll try and go live maybe tomorrow. If not, I'll definitely go live sometime next week. But yeah, man, appreciate everybody watching and catch me on the next job, everybody. Peace. All right. So I think that my live will start to close out now. I hit stop streaming, so let's see what happens. It doesn't look like it stopped though. So I'm going to stop it here in a second. But let me respond to these one or two more comments y'all had. Yeah, getting started for that is insane, bro. For that price, $700 to get started, you can't beat that. Before and after photos, I don't really use any specific apps. The only thing I use is QuickBooks to track all my invoicing and everything. But yeah, my dog wants out and my head is hurting from this ring light. So I'm going to call it for the night. And I appreciate everybody. And shout out to Zebedee. Shout out to Big Danish. Shout out to Jeepers Creepers. Shout out to G Schultz. Nick, Trevor, everybody that popped by today, man. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all are what's keeping me going, keeping me grinding. Hopefully I'll do these lives more often. And yeah, man, let me know down in the comments or comment on my video how y'all's business is going and what you want to see next, man. Peace, everybody.